Welcome everyone. It's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have two special messages. I was just meditating and I got a really sweet message coming through. But first, before I do anything else, there's a message for cancer patients that I need to get out there. It's very important. I worked at University of Penn Hospital for 25 years in research, so I know what I'm talking about as far as research and managing research. And one of my doctors has been doing a study for non-small cell lung cancer with a Cushing's disease medication, which is really working, but you can't publish research results until a study's done. He has put out some case studies, like one patient at a time they can publish. But I'm just telling you, this is a doctor who's, I guess he's in his 70s, and he's someone I've known for a long time, and I really trust him because he's helped me when nobody else could. And he's got a study with this drug, like I said, with the FDA, but he's having a hard time enrolling because it's so specific to one cancer. So the FDA actually gave him more leeway to use it for compassionate use. So I'm calling out there for anyone who'd be willing to see a doctor in the Philadelphia area for any type of cancer where your doctor has written you or your family member off because they have no more treatments for them. I'm telling you, you must call this doctor because this treatment could actually reverse what you're feeling right now, okay? So you can email me about it, or I can just give you his number. His name is Dr. Jerome Check, C-H-E-C-K. And so just drop me an email if you're interested. Again, anyone, you or your family members who have cancer and have been written off because they have no more treatments for you left, you can get compassionate use, or you can get on this study if you have non-small cell lung cancer. If it's any other cancer, and this doctor feels like this drug would help you, and he told me any kind of cancer. So I'm telling you, any kind of cancer for compassionate use where all your doctors have written you off, please email me or call this doctor, okay? So I'm going to get on to the next stuff. The message that I got when I just meditated was so sweet. And it's so funny how Spirit gets me to the message. So what I was seeing was a pogo stick, when you get on the pogo stick, but I was going up and down really quick. And it reminded me, because I always dance like that in the car when Say Hey comes on, that song. And the line from Say Hey that was coming up is, the more I see, the less I know, but one thing I do know, or something like that, is I love you. So that was the message coming through. The more I see, the less I know, but one thing I know, I love you. Say Hey. So look up the song, and Spirit's connecting with me. It was very sweet. And the pogo stick, which I haven't thought of ever, really. I mean, I guess we had them when I was kids, but I don't think my daughter ever had one. So it's so funny how Spirit shows me these things and how they get me to what they want me to see. All right, so I have a divine masculine read for you, and I may pull cards for the astrological signs, for all 12 signs. We'll see how this goes. The read that I did today was for today till tomorrow, November 22nd to the 23rd of 2019. And today is the 22nd, so that's the Fool energy. That's also a 4 of stability, building. It's also manifestation on the survival level, as opposed to 8 is more manifestation of your dreams. And the day adds up to 45. 9, which is that 5 of cups. It's also the 9 of endings, compassion, universal selflessness. But also, like I said, the 5 of cups, where you're either grieving, loss, or regret, or you need to let go of the past, right? And go on with the new. Letting go of the third baton to either finish the race or go back and start over again. Just making a decision and not staying at the Y in the road. So that's today. The Fool who needs to jump, or maybe the Fool who actually jumped too soon or jumped the gun, is coming up now. So this read was done at 11:33, and those double numbers were definitely coming up today. The Queen of Cups with the 3811 was on the code line, and we had 22 for the day. So in numerology, my numerology book, The Divine Triangle, the power numbers are considered 11, 22, 33, and 44. And when one power number comes up, it basically ignites all of the power numbers. So here is a reflection of that, because we have the date is 22 and 11, and then the time of the masculine read was done at 11:33. The code line was the Queen of Cups, which is 3811. The 38 reduces to 11. And then we had the only major arcana that was in the main part of the read was the Tower today. Then Karma came up before the read, which is like the Judgment card. And after the read, Transition came up, which in the SIRIAN Starseed deck that I use as the main deck for these reads, it's a literal portal. Okay? It's the Death card, but it's in this deck, it looks like someone walking through a portal. So Transition. We had 5 swords in this read, 3 cups and 2 wands. So there were no pentacles here, so it's not about work or practical things today. 5 swords, very much in the head, too much so. 3 cups, though, very much in the heart as well, and then 2 wands. We had the court cards of the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. So a message energy or a child energy in the King of Cups, which can be a water sign or someone who's very loving and nurturing, that type of personality, or can just represent unconditional love. Before the read, we had the Knight of Cups, and after the read, the King of Pentacles also came up. As far as the numbers, we had double 8s, double 1s, double 2s, and double 3s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, jump. We also had the, like I said, the 38, 11, 33 came up again, 532, and 38 again, the 1, 2, 3 jump, the 56 of the 2 of Swords, the 35 of the Wounded Warrior, the 9 of Wands, and then 68 is the Page of Pentacles also came up, and 810. The message here on my code line, the numerology cards were spiritual partnership and time out. So it was all about the spiritual partnership and time out, the masculine needing to take a time out, and the 8 of Cups, which has to do with walking away and within, you know, finding something missing. You know, there may be a lot of good in your life, but you're just feeling that nagging feeling that Spirit's telling you there's something more that you need to look at in your life or about who you are. So it's about walking away and going within. You know, long, deep contemplation of changes that you need to make in your life. So after the other messages coming through in this, around that 8 of Cups, was after death. So we go back to the Jesus on the cross template. But the after the death, the seeing of the Queen of Cups, or the Mary Magdalene energy of heart and emotion, and her always being there with him during that time as twins. After death, seeing the high road and walking away. And that could be after death if you've experienced a death recently as well. Also just the divine feminine in her Empress walking away, you know, knowing who you are. And also even advertisements and things like that. For the divine feminine, the masculine seeing the divine feminine take the high road and walking away. Also artificial intelligence comes up. And the seed of human resources, right? How they take the energy from other humans, human resources, and having strength of heart, of love, staying in that high vibration protects you. And the name Seth also came up, and ADD. And again, regarding the 8 of Cups, walking away and within. And then when I looked up online, it was just all about the 8 of Cups when it came up. So one of the definitions from the Biddy Tarot had to do with disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism. And when it's reversed, trying one more time, or indecision, aimless drifting. But again, artificial intelligence and seeing to the nth degree, to really see yourself regarding the 8 of Cups. To really go within. So we start with the Page of Swords reversed here, the underlying energies. And we also have the 6 of Swords reversed. So here's the Page of Swords reversed with the 6 of Swords reversed here. That's Karma, which is like the Judgment card. This is Adept of Cups, or Knight of Cups here. And then the last card there is the 2 of Swords before the Page of Swords on top. So there's bad news, no news, immature or mean message or words, spying, ADD, without peace, in judgment, offering the King of Cups, love, or the King of Cups, the King of Cups is being offered love, but keeping it quiet to themselves or pretending not to know. In the aftermath of sudden event, the King of Wands, stunned perhaps at what he sees, and the Page of Wands reversed, frustrated and uninspired, saving, grounding, and being moderate, holding on loosely. Seen resting, praying, meditating, having quiet time, perhaps in 5D, choosing a new path with the Two of Wands upright. The goal being the Two of Cups, the deep connection, the connection with your higher self and with your twin. Soulmates of the King of Swords upright, that Two of Cups energy, all 16 channels of the Tower being on, with lead foot taken out of the equation. A casual life, clearing Akashic records, and Native Americans were coming up, as well as the Appalachian Trail, someone undergoing chemo treatments, holds on to the dark past, or knights and Indians as opposed to cowboys and Indians, or Pocahontas looking for treasure or going on a treasure hunt. X marks the spot, but don't forget, 3 strikes and you're out. The King of Swords with negative or no message or news, and the Queen of Swords reversed may have gone silent, and destined to school the goose on injustice or dissatisfaction and arrogance, the need to toggle upwards, right? Connect with your higher self. Red curtains also coming up here too. That red is a very harsh color, right? It's intimidating. So it's coming up as red around kids studying is overstimulating, making them unhappy. So if you're having problems with your kids and you have a lot of red in your house, you might want to reconsider that. The kids or little bull and lion angels may be better with yellow and a little bit of orange, and maybe light blue skies with white clouds. And then, of course, let go of control issues comes up at 12:12, and underneath that, pay attention to the red flags, all right? So red flag is not a good thing. You don't want to see red, right? Red it may be good in a dining room, right, because it stimulates digestion, but it's a very stimulating and intimidating energy. It's not good in a bedroom, that kind of thing, if you feng shui things. So if your kids are overstimulated in a red room, that may be a message for you. It's alarming and irritating was coming up. And 12:12, of course, is the hangman times 2. So 2 kids hanging out together. Sharing addictions and vices openly, so these can be adult children as well. Drink and depression and new love of self-love out on the other side. The Knight of Cups complete and offering love to the sealed divine feminine with twin DNA and 5D world, and the Magician being insecure and or manipulative. Also could just be someone who's ill. The Magician reverse can definitely represent mental illness, but also other kind of diseases. Or the Divine Masculine giving charitably in a relationship, but loving another person. And the Knight of Cups bringing flame into the 5D world, but reluctant to bring them in the 3D. Or someone is remote viewing the Divine Masculine at work or even at home, but I was getting those dark goats around him. Evil magician or warlock, illusionist with statue of girl pouring beer over her head, or he may have etchings in his desk, but this is just a clue to who this person is. Someone's butt in hot water or hot springs, or someone may be going through an adult baptism. The Divine Masculine dreaming of what he's going to have for dinner, mince meat or chop suey. Don't mess with him when he's hungry or hangry. Or lady who drinks who's in need of rescue once again. The Knight of Cups, valiant but in love with somebody else. But man stacked against him. So again, this is that warlock kind of energy coming up who may be remote viewing the masculine. Self-love comes up, which is number 61. And 61 has to do with that 7 of Swords card energy, taking the risk to love yourself first. And beneath that was health, which is 71, which is the 3 of Pentacles, about co-creation. Hanging in limbo to be wise and see new perspectives. The 4 of Swords comes up here, resting, dependent or powerless, or resting with child or partner who spends a lot of money or is a financial drain, an unhappy family or end of an emotional cycle for a Queen of Pentacles. Brown legs getting out of dodge, or at night sneaking out the back, Jack, leaving evidence behind, or on purpose, or a thief in the night with brown legs but white face, or Robin Hood strikes again. So obviously this is someone in disguise. Or stealing ideas or retrieving intellectual property, blue eyes, blinded by the light, or getting an eye transplant, unaware or pretending not to know, and the King of Wands reversed, pissed off, no one seems to know anything. Everyone's innocent, right? Or the King of Wands reversed is the thief in disguise, because the thief's face looks the same in this deck as the King of Wands reversed. The faces look the same to me, and that can be a reference of culture as well. Someone saying, you know, they all look the same way, but it has to do with a thief. So it's someone like dressing up one way so that they'll throw them off the trail. Crossing fingers behind back or wires crossed, payback's a bitch. The King of Wands reversed is angry and bitter with the King of Swords. The King of Wands reversed may have dressed like the King of Swords in order to steal something or set him up, entrapment of bionic man made of steel, or may have rods in his body. The King of Swords unhappy alone, or arrogant and insecure, or unsatisfied not getting their wish, and the Magician is out to get him. The Divine Masculine hanging out and loving self first and health in a time out. Recently is the King of Cups upright, sharing, being charitable, and receiving love or humble pie from Leo or ego, or out of control or weak pride, which can represent your kids as well, okay? And that was at 12:43, which is the Hangman and the Three of Cups coming together. But without joy, not socializing, and implementing a plan. At 12:44, which is mastering, grounding, and integrating, the Hangman, to stand up for self when connecting with High Priestess, a secret, or their own psychic abilities, or connecting with their higher self. The Wounded Warrior is upright, implementing a plan to be single, or implementing a plan for sovereign, falling for the arrogant man, serving up humble pie, or destined to ego death. The Wounded Warrior strategy to get sovereign, to fall for unhappy Leo, or dissatisfied egotistical man out of control and offering love, destined to share with the King of Cups equally. And Libra energy also comes up here. The foundation is the Five of Swords upright, the King of Swords at war with inner child, the Page of Swords reversed, Hierophant and or Taurus without peace, with depression, and the Knight of Wands rushing in passionately to always fix things for them. The Emperor, King of Pentacles, or the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, they could be one or two separate people, ending family or an emotional cycle. The Montagues taking down the Capulets, and Romeo rushing in to save Juliet. The War of the Roses, Church and State, Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Aries coming up here. Centrally is the Ace of Cups upright. So right smack in the middle of this read, guys, you have the Ace of Cups, the Messenger of Truth, the Knight in Shining Armor, the Lover. Not only do you have the Ace of Cups in the middle of this read, but you got the Two of Cups and the Lovers on the card as well, along with the Devil and the High Priestess and the Knight in Shining Armor. So there's a lot of that love energy right here in the middle of the read. So the Ace of Cups upright, the Messenger of Truth or Knight in Shining Armor, the Lover, Capricorn, or Devilish One waving, rushing in with the High Priestess, Wounded Warrior connection, or this High Priestess is on his mind. The challenge being the Eight of Cups reversed. Not walking away, sitting in uncomfortable emotions, lying, cheating, or stealing, or just feeling guilty. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. The tents lined with gold. Sharing with others and tripping up with Lover, dropping the facade and breaking patterns now. The Page of Wands reversed, frustrated, seeing synchronicities everywhere, looking back at tripping up or a fall when dropping his guard and maybe shared too much. Lying, split, cutting through the BS and breakdown, stuck recovering to sovereignty or recovering for a sovereign or kids. Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries here. Home and split, stuck with the Queen of Wands recovering with medical attention, or hermit shedding light as the Page of Cups is reversed, perhaps a jilted lover, or rejected or spoiled child, or children. The Page of Cups reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. Facing now the King of Wands upright, so kids may be in trouble with a dad, or uncle or whoever's dealing with them, or it could be a teacher too. So 2 kids, both reversed, facing the King of Wands upright and the Queen of Pentacles, who's also upright, hanging out in the aftermath of aligning with desires or working on details of their awakening. Now crowning for the masculine is the 10 of Swords reversed, that the worst is over, in judgment announcements that call to action, to stop performing or break patterns. The Knight of Pentacles offers help to difficult kids or the past returning and working with the King of Wands reversed. The Queen of Cups and Dark Knight are sitting back to back, aligning energies before speaking or having it out. The King of Wands is over the home and the Queen of Wands, defending his territory, his ideas, his rights and or property he took back from her as she looks the other way. No surprise she's watching Hermit or Virgo with light, grounding and integrating her offer of love, not working, so then they up the ante to paying off the house, or buying a house, or offering to buy a new house. No surprise in Death, the Grim Reaper expressing lots of feelings and energy exchange in whatever this ending is. And it could be either way with the masculine and the karmic. One person is upping the ante. You know, they may have lowballed an offer to try to get out of something, or paying for a house, or splitting up in a divorce, whatever it is. But someone wouldn't take the love offer, so they up the ante to give them money or pay for a house or a new life. But lots of negotiating at 114, which is the Magician and the Temperance card of the Angels. But I believe that was reversed today, so some impatience there. And the Magician's definitely reversed here. But negotiating for a house or at home with kids and Hierophant, which also can be Taurus, a Scorpio Virgo and Aquarius Taurus back and forth about the house and kids, Hierophant or Taurus depressed, and the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles rescuing the family legacy or abundant family with ill mother and kids, or 2 sets of families hanging in limbo or hanging out to be wise. Soon the Ace of Wands comes up, which is reversed, the frustration and no growth. Maybe someone's unable to conceive or just unable to conceive of such a thing. In knowing, balanced, and keeping to self at night, the King of Swords is on guard while working to align with the Queen of Pentacles, possibly foolishly. There's a new love or an award presented at the workplace or a studio, school, etc., whatever it is. But something is unfair and injustice with Libra reversed, creatively stuck in separation and broken-hearted suffering in silence. Her crying and offering love, him frustrated and stuck, or having to choose between love and work that he loves. He's seeing himself as the 3 of Swords. 3 lightning strikes and you're out. Patiently taking 1 step at a time with synchronicities everywhere, and the Knight of Cups offering love, and he might have found the one. Trapped in a prison with the wounded warrior, but now the worst is over in a 3-way situation and or heartbreak, but this also could be someone who had a heart attack or some kind of heart treatment at the hospital, because that was coming up as well. True love, express your love, wedding, engagement, and make the effort all came up for the Divine Masculine from the Romance Angels. Around him, or how he is seen, is the 3 of Wands reversed. So we have the 3 of Swords, the way he sees himself, and others seeing him as the 3 of Wands reversed. Expressing feelings or energetic exchange with sunshine, kids, Leo, or feelings all exposed looking back, the world complete, and exchanging energy with the sealed Divine Feminine, with twin DNA strands, sitting in uncomfortable emotions above the sun, not walking away, just hanging out waiting for him to heal and give it another try or another day. The masculine needs to clear blocks of the 8 of Swords prison, any anxiety issues, conflict over a negative past of rejection, vulnerability, or spoiled child, or the past returning. So the numerology cards were all about time out and spiritual partnership, but even more so, the love partnership and the rebirth of the Divine Masculine. The worst is over for the wounded warrior in the aftermath of the 3 towers, 3 strikes, and the worst over, dropping burdens and coming forward with good news leading the way. The King of Pentacles and King of Wands hanging out in the aftermath of aligning with their desires and clearing wounds, or 3 rounds of chemo and now it's all clear, or 3 shocks of the heart and all clear. Death, dark night, transition through the portal, the Page of Swords reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress reversed, and the 10 of Pentacles upright with the Page of Pentacles. So it could be a family who was very concerned about somebody at a hospital. But a family with an opportunity to learn, to study all angles of something, or they could be going back in follow-up and hoping for an all-clear result, which it was. Humbled at the workplace or honoring or an award, with Hermit shedding light on a clean bill of health after family worried about pending results. The King of Pentacles came through connected but insecure or just ill and resting and choosing a new path, the left, the new, hanging out and being still. It's now 1:38 to 39 as I turn the page, which is the Magician and the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. The Page of Swords reversed, at war with third party, a separation and or heart surgery or treatment, looking back, living in the past, the King of Cups with new love, challenged by working through difficult emotions of frustration, inability to conceive, anxiety, in prison, but the worst is over, with a painful ending, betrayal, or back pain, or treatments, in the aftermath of sudden events, death and going through the portal for rebirth, to the King of Pentacles, going through the Akashics, to connection with soulmate or higher self, sick, resting, or just a mental break, and choosing a new path to hang out in self-love. So this was really a great breakthrough, actually, this read for the masculine today. So I hope you can appreciate that. So we're doing pretty good. I'll pull the 12 cards for all 12 signs, and we'll see how we go with that. All right, so we'll just go with the Rider-Waite like I usually do. Okay, I'll show you the cards after I put these all out. Definitely a lot of information about Akashic records were coming up for the masculine, that they're clearing through some of their wounds. And definitely watch out for that remote viewing thing. I was definitely getting someone around the masculine, that, like the blocks that have been around them have to do with, you know, these dark goats were coming up. So I don't know if it's Capricorn energy or just, you know, the devil kind of energy coming up around them to block the energies around them, you know, from the light to get to them, or blocking around their crown, that kind of energy. So just for the masculines, if you're masculine, just make sure you use your intention to clear every day. You know, do some, I love Bonnie from Spiritual Acceleration. They do great sessions with group clearings, and they literally clear all the crap out of your auric layer and your chakras. So I would definitely recommend her. Actually, any of the people who do the free clearings, she puts out free clearings every 2 weeks on different topics. So I would definitely try her out if you haven't already. And here we go. All right, so for all 12 signs, November 22nd, 2019, Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. For the best and highest good of others concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies and fill with beautiful divine love and diamond light. And so it is. All right. Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. Turn it this way. I do need to show you everything first, but I want to show you as I put these cards down. For Aries, we have the 8 of Cups reversed, which was, you know, the read was all about this card. For Taurus, we have the Page of Cups. For Gemini, we have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. And for Cancer, we have the 7 of Swords guy, which definitely was coming up in the read today. For Leo, we have the King of Pentacles. For Virgo, we have the 6 of Swords. For Libra, we have the High Priestess reversed. And for Scorpio, we have the Page of Swords reversed. Now, How's Death Base? We're all coming up in the read like this. For Sagittarius, we have the 5 of Swords reversed. For Capricorn, the 10 of Wands reversed. For Aquarius, we have the 2 of Cups reversed. And for Pisces, we have the Devil reversed. Okay, and I'll put a few more cards out, which I'll get to at the end. Let's see where we go with that. Let's see if we get to there's definitely a lot of kid energy here. And the King and Queen of Cups have been upright most of the time in the past few reads I was doing. So there's some definitely good love energy out there, making some repairs. So we have the King and the Empress and the Emperor up here at the top for the underlying energies, and then we end up on the 5th card down with the Knight of Wands. Before I go on to more pulls, I'm going to show you the cards from the read before I forget. So the underlying energy there was that Page of Swords or Orbs. The foundation here is the 5 of Orbs or Swords. The recent past is the Master of Chalices or Cups. The center energy is the Ace of Cups. Sorry, you can't see that, but the Ace of Chalices. You can see a little bit of the card right there is the cup or the chalice. The challenge being that 8 of Chalices. The other underlying energies up there with that King of Wands reversed, and then the crowning position is that 10 of Swords here where he's laying down on his back. Okay. Scrolling across that 4D bridge to what's coming up next is the Ace of Flames, but that was reversed, which is like the Ace of Wands. The masculine seeing himself is the 3 of Swords, and around him the 3 of Wands, which was reversed. Then the blocks he needs to clear has to do with anxiety and that 8 of Swords, imprisonment, or just, entrapping yourself. And then we end up with the Tower, but it was reversed today. The Death card, however, is upright, and that is literally the portal card where you see the light coming out there. Then we have the King of Pentacles, which is Akashic Records, the Crystal Skull, and then the 2 of Cups, which was upright today. And we end up there on the 2 of Wands with just the extra card of the Hangman over there on self-love. Okay, and I want to show you the middle card again with the Ace of Cups, because you see the Lovers with the Devil and the Messenger of Truth, or the Knight in Shining Armor, and there's the 2 of Cups with the High Priestess over there. Okay, so a lot of good energy there with the Sovereign is upright as well. Okay, so now on to the other 12 card read. Okay. All right, we're also going to put down the Kipper deck here for all 12 signs. Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs for November 22nd, 2019. Take a deep breath, everybody. November 22nd, 2019. Okay, for Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. All right, so Aries is toil and labor. Taurus is despair. Gemini is mature man. And Cancer is message of concern. The King of Pentacles is sudden wealth. That's for Leo. For Virgo, we have expectation. For Libra, we have the privileged lady. And for Scorpio, we have bad health. And that can just be ascension symptoms. Then we have Sagittarius for main female. We have Capricorn with great fortune. So maybe Capricorn and Leo are doing something together because they both seem to have a lot of money going for them. And then we have Aquarius with the journey. And Pisces with the thief. Okay. And then a few more cards down here to summarize. We have marriage, and we'll get to these at the end. Community, the gift, and the false person. Actually, this is more positive than it's been. Even though the false person came up, it could just be someone not, revealing their entire self. And then we have official person as well. And then we have the underlying energy of the imprisonment card here. What's under that? The pathway. Okay, so distant horizons. This is very much about just seeing what's coming up in the distant. We have honor, great honor, distant horizons, being on this path, but feeling like you're in prison, right? So that's the energy coming up from them. And then I'm just going to clarify with my mini Rider-Waite. So we'll just start it right away with Aries. So with everyone, we have the Knight of Wands starting in the underlying energy with the 2 of Swords. above fires. This is fire, air, earth. I'm sorry, this is water. Water, air, earth, and then the first column is fire. So we're going to start with the fire column. Water had the Two of Swords. Air has the Empress. Earth has the Emperor. They're upright and sitting side by side at the top of this reed. And then we have the Five of Swords next, or the Five of Pentacles next to them, which is reversed, recovering from being out in the cold. All right, and maybe put out by the Emperor and the Empress, right? Because they're the ones with the power and the money. They may have put somebody out in the cold, and now they're recovering, but whether they're recovering back to the Emperor and Empress is another story, because they're actually facing the other way. But this is definitely getting busy, passionately coming in, either being in your knowing or staying balanced, pretending not to know. The king, the Emperor and the Empress, you know, kind of sitting in their chiefly state, pretending all is well, you know, to keep the peace with everybody. So with Aries, we have, and all of the fire signs, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed, so recovering in some kind of practical or financial way. But this is about, you know, sitting in uncomfortable feelings. This is not walking away within. This is, sometimes for me, this is having to do the work of ascension, but being around a lot of other energies, like having kids at home or having to go to work every day and deal with a lot of people. It's very hard to do the work when you're amidst all those energies. It also could just be, you know, trying again, not leaving, trying to give it one more try, even though you've given it a lot of tries. Obviously, because you're in uncomfortable feelings now, it's become a job, okay? So if you haven't walked away, it has now become a job, or it's a job that you shouldn't be at anymore because it's taking its toll on you. We have toil and labor, all right? And you're recovering financially or in a practical way or in a physical way, like it's from an injury or something. But I'm not getting a lot of good feelings from that for Aries, right? There's no good feelings there except for you're recovering, but slow. It's like there need to be changes made there. You're either at a job that you shouldn't be at anymore because they're not giving you what you deserve, or you're staying in a relationship that's work and you're not getting any pleasure out of it. So that's for Aries. I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite now as well. So why does Aries have toil and labor? Whoop, wow, these just jumped out. Aries has the King of Wands, which can be Aries. We also have the Leo card, so this could be a Leo or Aries. But this is reversed, so it's about feeling weak, or it could be ego death, or Leo out of control. Then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Lovers, and this is an opportunity or an invitation. This is a student, someone who wants to learn, to study. It could be someone who wants to study all angles of you, okay? In a childlike way, or this is literally affection with your children as well. So we have a lot of Leo energy, so that always brings up kids. There's a lot of kid-like energy, but it can be about your inner child as well. It doesn't have to be about literal kids. But it could be, since there's so much uncomfortable energy, you could have kids who've been physically hurt recently and they're recovering, or recovering from sports injuries or things like that. It's very lighthearted, except for this, which they could be weak or out of control. This could be him in ego death as well. But they're all upright. I mean, they're all really positive energies. So it's just saying you're trying too hard. You're working too, whatever you're doing, you're working too hard. Because this is all really positive energy. There's a lot of affection here if it's kids. And if it's not kids, this is beautiful romance, very childlike and innocent and free. An invitation, perhaps. Somebody feeling weak in the knees. Okay? But if it's somebody either is like totally stressed out about wanting to get together with someone they actually really like, or you're in a situation that you need to stop being so stressed out about. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed after that. She's the only one reversed besides this Leo energy. So they could be having a rough time. Like all this energy could be really positive, and this person, Leo or an Aries with Earth, could be struggling amidst these other energies, because these are all positive, but they can't handle their ascension with all this other energy. It's really rough for them. So that they feel like they're always recovering. All right, so for Leo, which is funny, we got all that kid energy for Aries. Let's see what we get for Leo. So Leo has the King of Pentacles and sudden wealth, which is bang on, right? We got triple sevens and the King of Pentacles. Master of manifesting and a ton of money. And sudden wealth doesn't have to be money, but it can be. But this is in recovery mode too. After having been in exile, or may have lost money or got kicked out of a group or a family or a church or a club, whatever it was, you're exiled from something or just feeling left out in the cold. And now all of a sudden, you're hitting the jackpot. Okay, this is Leo with the Queen of Wands, getting real, dumping attachments you no longer need, or these could be things or people, emotions that no longer serve you. And it could be someone who passed away and you're getting rid of their things now, or it could be resting now, getting rid of these attachments so that you can actually get some peace. And there's the King of Cups. So it's very peaceful energy here. It could be a yard sale where they sold a lot of stuff and hit the jackpot. Maybe they found something that was very valuable, and from somebody who passed away, an inheritance. So you might have found something that you didn't realize was worth that much. And it could be from the Empress. A mother may have passed away. Okay. And this comes up as the Emperor sometimes, so this could literally be the Emperor as well, who lost his wife. And this could be the child of them, inheriting and finding something, or just the inheritance was, hitting the jackpot. But it's coming up as the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, either she's the Leo and she inherited that, or he is the Leo, the King of Pentacles. He could be a brother of hers as well. Yeah. Or maybe somebody's, or a mother is just sick and she hasn't passed. And it's just recovering. Maybe somebody's a hoarder, a mother's a hoarder, and you got the opportunity to get rid of a lot of junk in their house. So you're really happy about that. Because maybe now she can get some rest because you couldn't see how she could get healthy in such a bad environment. So it could be something like that too with hoarding, somebody's mother. All right, so Sagittarius, we have 5 of Swords reversed in the main female. So somebody's letting the war end, recovering in a practical way. So why does Sagittarius have the main female and the 5 of Swords reversed? Okay, coming together. But maybe someone's bored of getting together and socializing. Or grounding and integrating an offer of love. Maybe friends trying to get you out of your slump. Right? After this war, a war within. And you're just really not into it, but you may have some friends trying to get you to come out and play. To get you to recover. Okay? So this could be you as the Sagittarius, or you could be a main female. Either or. And here we have the King of Pentacles, who's also Leo. So he may have hit the jackpot and just wants to hang out by himself, whereas now all these people want to hang out with you because you got all the money now, right? So these two could just be hanging out with each other. They could be siblings or partners or friends or literal love partners. But it's just about them grounding and integrating stuff that they're going through, or this could be a split as well. And meanwhile, people are trying to get them to go out because they want to spend their money. Or they just want to cheer them up. But the King of Swords is feeling dependent. He may have lost money, his independence, his power in whatever happened. Maybe he was expecting something and the King of Pentacles got everything. Or maybe he had to pay out to get out of a contract as well. And it could be like the King of Pentacles saying, well, I was bored with it anyway. And this person's paying to get out. So they lost a lot of money. But he's all happy now. He's got money and he was kind of tired of the partnership anyway. So that's Sag. We have a female there for sure too. So it's definitely ending a war with a female. And that could be, this could be the female. It can represent lack of independence or dependency, but also could be a child of him or child of him, or these could both be children of the King of Pentacles. But ending the war with the main female, recovering in a practical way. All right, so for the earth signs, we have the Emperor up top. For Taurus, we have the Page of Cups and Despair. So why is this child energy? This could be new love, puppy love, and a message of love, a child giving love, a new baby, but somebody in despair. The child doesn't look like they're in despair. And the Emperor doesn't look like he's in despair. So why the despair between the Page of Cups and the Emperor? All right, so there could be some kind of justice. So it could be something legal. So it could be a settlement in court or a divorce. Okay. Or it could be a Libra person and this King of Wands. Could be fighting over a child in court. Okay, so this could be Leo and Libra, plus the Emperor we have up top, and the Empress with the air signs. The Emperor, Aries, Libra, Leo. So that brings in all of the other energies, because Aries had this, and Leo with the King of Pentacles as well. So here we have this card again. It keeps coming up reversed for these people. And everything else being positive, right? Because they're all upright. The Page of Cups is upright. The Emperor's upright. So it could be, it's an ego issue because it has to do with fighting over a child. So it could be one or two children, because we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. And someone feeling weak because they had to give up their children, or needing to get rid of their ego, an ego death, or just out of control. But he's upright. So, but this is final decision. Someone's just not happy about it. Okay, it definitely can have to do with kids and maybe custody court. Okay. Yeah, definitely kid energy coming up with the affection and the kid energy of the sun exposed. I mean, generally it's all positive energy, but someone's just feeling in despair because they may be losing their kids, obviously, if they're fighting over who's going to have custody. All right, so for Virgo, we have the Six of Swords and expectation. So this is someone traveling to more peaceful waters or just finding a peaceful place. And just, you know, she looks like she's peaceful, but has expectations of what's to come. But if her expectations were unrealistic, she wouldn't have the Six of Swords, because she wouldn't be at peace. We have the Emperor and her expectations of finding peace, letting go of the burdens, dumping responsibilities, or maybe a confession as well about reaping rewards and finding peace in that. With or without the Emperor, okay? So it could be either or coming into the Virgo space, but it's all about finding peace. It's just like letting go of your responsibilities, right? Not stressing yourself out, allowing yourself to reap rewards, that you don't have to do or be anything to be worthy of love and peace, okay? And as soon as you find that peaceful place, you know, here comes the knight in shining armor coming in, feeling your peace and wanting some of that. So that could very much be the Emperor. Okay, under the radar though, or he could be feeling like a failure at work or something. But there's definitely something going on there with Virgo. Then we have Capricorn here's connected to Virgo as well, and Great Fortune. So once they dumped all their burdens, then the Great Fortune comes in. So that could be the Emperor, but that's Capricorn energy, which definitely could be an Emperor. So what is Capricorn? There we go. We've got the Magician, and this could be a home or union, marriage, celebration. It's very positive. Dumped all their burdens and magic happened, made magic happen, manifested their dreams come true. The Emperor. And inspired. truly inspired. Look at that. Two truly inspired coming together, and that can definitely be a union. Or coming together with kids, somebody who got their children. Or this could just be two really inspired people. Possibly in a new home as well. And really excited kids. But it required somebody walking away. Okay? And there's the Emperor. Okay? So very interesting because the Emperor's up top. So it looks like the Emperor had to walk away so that they could have this great new start, really inspired. It could be a father and kids, or a mother and kids, or just manifesting these two people, which can be any sex, either one of them. And then maybe he was living with them before but had to leave, and now they're all excited because the Emperor left. Okay. So either way, there's a lot of great fortune going there and dumping responsibilities. So then we have the air signs with the Empress up top. And this is for Gemini, letting go of something, letting go in order to repair things or patch things up, make amends with other people perhaps. And there's a mature man here, right? He's being reasonable. He doesn't have a lot here, but he's willing to spend some to make repairs. We have a mature man with also the Empress. So for Gemini, why do we have the Empress and the mature man? And the need to spend money that they may or may not have. So he doesn't have a lot of money, but she obviously does. She's the Empress. So what's their relationship there with Gemini? Why do we have the mature man? All right, so there's definitely exposure here. A lot of sun, so it could be vacation as well, spending some money to go away, but not relying on the Empress this time. The Queen of Pentacles could have lost some money, and this is after a war where she may have lost a kid or just been spoiled before, or feeling rejected, may have been rejected, or rejected by their kids. So I mean, she could be the Empress, but the Empress is up right there, but it could be reversed here. Or she could be the child of the Empress, and the mature man could be the father. So she's now stuck in a new situation. If she's just split from something after a war, with children she has to take care of, maybe she's giving something to her father to take a vacation because the Empress, he can't rely on the Empress anymore. Or it could just be fun in the sun with all of these guys, with not a lot of money, but they're going to find a cheap vacation anyway. The mature man going away with them, and the Empress staying home. Yeah, there's definitely a split there. Okay, a break, split, breakdown, a family type thing. All right. So maybe giving the mother a break with the father taking the rest of the family away for something inexpensive. Then we have Libra with the High Priestess reversed and the Privileged Lady. So this could be someone who's not using their intuition, or a secret's out, or a secret passion here. We have her and the Empress. So the Privileged Lady could be the Empress, or she could be the daughter of the Empress. Or they could be two daughters of the Empress. One's more a psychic type person, and the other one's the Privileged Lady, you know, all about the superficial life. So why does Libra have? I'm losing my voice. All right, so they're getting real about activities, emotional commitments, dumping things that no longer serve them. But this may be a need now to like kind of scale down on all the activities they do or the options they have. Need for more rest, contemplation. Maybe somebody is sick and needs to, or just getting old. The Empress could be getting old and she can't do as much for the girls anymore. The High Priestess reverse also could be a guy, it doesn't have to be a girl. But there's definitely a Privileged Lady here who may be dependent or has been dependent on the King of Cups, who, like I said, could be the Emperor. Also Capricorn could be the Emperor. But now maybe he just can't do as much as he used to, so they're getting rid of stuff and resting more. And the girls just have to deal with it. Yeah, see, the Empress is reversed. So she could be sick, or she may have passed away. And so they're getting rid of things, and the girls just, it's not going to be the same anymore. They have to maybe limit their activities or sell some of their stuff because he can't keep them in the lifestyle that they were accustomed to with the Empress if she's passed away or if they're broken up now. Okay, this could be recovering. She could be going through an illness, so they have a lot of hospital bills. Okay, with no options, so the girls can't just do whatever they wanted to before. It's definitely about family with their girls. Then we have Aquarius is 2 of Cups reversed in the journey. So here's a disconnect, whether it's 2 people or disconnecting from your higher self on the journey and needing to reconnect, or just not seeing eye to eye with the Empress. What's going on with Aquarius? All right, so for Aquarius, we have, again, post-war. Could be some PTSD. Not connecting. Feeling incomplete. This can be the sealed divine feminine in another world. But needing to come full circle after the war, but they're still going through the end of the war syndrome. So there's a disconnect here in the journey. It could be the Empress alone, just her dealing with herself. The guy in the journey card, that could be a guy, and then there's 2 people on the 2 of Cups, a guy and a girl. So it could be definitely a breakup after the war, but things still aren't quite complete yet. The Empress is good, so maybe the guy still has some recovering to do in a breakup or disconnect. All right, this is in the aftermath of trauma, right? So we have war, PTSD issues, and there's someone running away from something into more crap, right? Because it's all PTSD right now. Or it could just be, you know, taking a risk. Or stealing. Okay? Maybe feeling like somebody else has enough. What are they stealing from? Someone's standing up for themselves, and maybe they're stealing their ideas and taking it back to help these other people. So that wouldn't be such a bad thing. Okay, and this person standing up for themselves in order to offer a new life. Go forward with their gold coin on a journey to become the Empress, or maybe going to visit the Empress as well. If she's sick, as in the Libra, she could be recovering and they're going to visit Aquarius. All right, so then for the water signs, we have the 7 of Swords again here, which just came up for Aquarius, and message of concern. So this can be liar, cheat, or thief. It could just be running away or taking a risk. Okay, message of concern about that. And the water signs have the 2 of Swords up top, which is trying to stay balanced by keeping to self or pretending not to know, right? They're protecting their heart and they're covering their eyes. They want to be in quiet and silence, or they're in their knowing, or they're pretending not to know. So why does Cancer have a message of concern with the liar, cheat, or thief, or risk card? So for Cancer, we have the 3 of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Swords, and the 2 of Swords again. So it's just confirming that energy for Cancer. So somebody, literally, this could be cancer results at a hospital, which may not necessarily be good. Spreading the word, but this is, they don't know yet. This could be just unaware. They don't know the results yet. They're still waiting. Okay. So the message of concern, but is people calling each other, but they don't know because the results aren't back yet. Or this just could be issues at work, leaving work, on strike, having to fire or rehire people or third party through work, but spreading the word or news or messages, and then keeping to themselves about what they're about to manifest. It's like spreading the word as much as they can, but they don't know everything yet. Once they do, you'll know, because bam, something's coming out. Okay, it's a whole new world, a new house, a union, but they just don't know yet. So it could just be issues with work that needs to get wrapped up, or it could be issues with health that they don't know the results of yet. Okay, so that's the risk. Or there could have been, someone could have stolen from work with this card upside down as well. Somebody could have stolen or cheated something at work. but they don't have all the facts in yet. All right, so now for Scorpio, we have the Page of Swords reversed and bad health. So this could be bad news about health, okay? Just trying to stay balanced, but don't have all the information. We have the Two of Swords up top. So either just someone in their knowing and they know it's just ascension symptoms and then it'll pass, or someone pretending not to know, right? Because they don't want bad news. Well, Scorpio has the Four of Pentacles reversed, so letting go to repair. So who else was doing that? I forget which one it was, but somebody else was doing this as well. And this can be children or can be the twins as well. It's just about, you know, a beautiful past memories. Maybe letting go of some money to go do something with your kids or revisit the past, things you used to do together, and just spending a little money to do that, or fix things or patch things between you, all right, in a breakup or disconnect. Okay, this is about patching things up. So Aquarius could be involved here too. It's all about the past. Someone living in the past, the break in the past, the disconnect in the past, and coming together to make amends here for Scorpio. So somebody could be lovesick here because there's no news, no messages or bad news or bad mean words. Somebody definitely could be lovesick. It could be ascension symptoms as well, but definitely trying to make an effort to repair the past for Scorpio. But if you're pretending not to know, nothing's going to get done. You know, you have to come out and talk or get more information about it that you need. So Pisces has the Devil reversed and the Thief. Not a great combination there, Pisces. So let's see, and it's funny because the bottom is the Devil here before I shuffle. So what does Pisces have with this? Who's pretending not to know? There's chaos lurking. Or someone needs to go to rehab. Maybe this is a, what's it called? I'm just blanking out on the word. You know, when you come in and take the drug addict, you know, or whoever, the alcoholic, to rehab. An intervention, thank you. So there may definitely be an intervention for Pisces right here. Okay. Definitely could be post-war, incomplete, needing to come full circle, needing help, right? Because this could be PTSD. So definitely someone could have some drug or alcohol issues, something like that, and need an intervention. Or someone has a stealing problem or a gambling problem. This is after the fact, though, trying to avoid more drama. There's definitely been a war within here, and can't find their grounding here. And there's the liar, cheater, thief card. So there's definitely some kind of addictions or cheating, stealing here, lying at least. There's chaos, and specifically a thief is coming up, but somebody's pretending not to know, like it's going to go away on its own. So that's a call to Pisces to take your blinders off and deal with what you need to deal with before it gets worse. Okay. All right, so we end up with the bottom of the deck being the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So somebody might be spending money or might have lost some money or is just ungrounded at the moment. Or it could be a very greedy person. But it doesn't really look like that from this. There's a lot of positive energy here. Children, affection, love, lovers. Spending time in the sun on vacation. So she could be spending some money that maybe she doesn't have to spend, but she is for her lover and or just kids. Spending time in the sunshine. That's the underlying energy. But feeling imprisoned because of the money and the kids. So she may be on her own without a husband. And then we have at the bottom here, marriage, community, a gift, someone who's not being their full self, whether it's a masculine or feminine, and an official person. So someone might need to come in an official capacity, but can you really trust them, right? The official person could be the one who's not really showing their full self. And this, maybe you know you can trust this, but you don't know if you can trust this, or vice versa. Maybe this person's coming in to say there's a thief amongst you. So he brings a gift to let you know someone you're dealing with isn't who they say they are. All right? So it can go either way. Either the official is the person who's not real, or he's bringing the gift to the community. All right? That somebody's not who they said they were. Okay, so clearing the way for the community. All right, and then for the Rider-Waite, for the fire signs, we'd end up with the Hermit reversed, which could be over-isolating still, could be mental disease as well, but it also can be coming out after over-isolating for fire signs. The need to do that. For the earth signs, we have the Three of Wands upright, being present to what's right in front of you, right? So don't look for outcomes. Be just appreciative and gratitude of the moment, being in the present. And then air signs, we have 10 of Cups, which is either emotional fulfillment and family happiness or the ending of an emotional cycle or a family and wrapping it up. Then we have water with the Six of Wands reversed. So this could be bad news. It could be feeling like a failure, no attention, or attention whore type person, like really needy of attention. Or just doing something under the radar, because they'd be sneaky, that thief energy from Pisces. So this is coming out, being present to emotional fulfillment under the radar, but not expressing feelings. This could be a negative exchange as well. Maybe being a student again and needing to learn something new, all angles of the gold coin perhaps, or get an invitation. Holding your tongue, right? Not expressing feelings, holding your tongue in order to be the student. Maybe you're humbling yourself to be new again, right? Because you've already mastered something else. You have to go back to being a student. When you're being taught by the Queen of Cups, who's now free and open to take a leap of faith with you, or these could be two kids with her as well. This can be the Queen of Cups, or this can be a separate person who's now free to take a leap with her and two kids as well. So really nice energies there. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Oh, it's just 010701. Get your water, your rest, your joy, your nature. 707. Rise and be loved, guys. Bye.